Now, this is where we go downhill. Halfway through this playthrough, I discovered something that could potentially add 10 hours onto the platinum time. The Last of Us Part 2 Platinum wasn't worth it. All right, here we go. Arguably the most divisive video game ever created, The Last of Us Part 2. You have 45% of people who love this game. You have 45% of people who despise this game. Then you have the 10% that's sort of in between. And you're probably reading the title thinking, ah, you hate the game. Well, yes, and sort of no.
Shut up and get to the point!
Also, I don't think I need to say this, but spoilers for Last of Us 2 in this video. Now, just to give a bit of background with me and The Last of Us, 1, the original Last of Us is my favorite game ever made, alongside Resident Evil 4. Every year it sort of just shifts which one is my favorite. I purchased the Big Boy Collector's Edition for this game when it first dropped with this banging statue of Ellie. I absolutely love this franchise, which makes it so much more painful that I really don't like this game. And I will, of course, explain why in this video. So before you get down there in the comments and flame me for having a bad opinion, just let me explain myself. Now, just to give another brief history of me with this game, I, of course, played it when it first dropped. I was like that kid on Christmas when he first opened his N64. I was unbelievably hyped for this game. Now, prior to this game coming out, the story for this game was leaked, and people online were furious about the story. And I was just there thinking, there's no way whatever they could do would upset me that much. Before I start talking about what I dislike about this game, I realized, gameplay-wise, this is one of the best games I have ever played. See, it's things like that that make me really like this game. And I do look forward to the eventual Factions game that is being released, which is basically the multiplayer from the first game, but in The Last of Us 2 engine, which I really cannot wait for. The Last of Us 1 multiplayer was one of my favorite things about that game. Naughty Dog makes some really underrated multiplayers. Looking at Uncharted 4, Uncharted 3, The Last of Us, they really do well with their multiplayers. Also, this game just looks incredible. The detail that you can find on this game will forever blow my mind. Whether it's how the water interacts with the character models or even the surrounding areas, this game just looks flawless. And you can tell because whenever you die or you load back into the game, some of these loading screens are freaking ridiculous. What's also worse is these freaking loading screens. However, as the game was going on, that scene happened. Next thing I knew, we were playing Wii Sports Golf and Joel's head was the ball. I, at the time, didn't really know what I was watching. I was just sat there in my chair wondering, what did I just see? So, of course, furious at the time, I was out for revenge. Now, at the time, I actually didn't finish the game. I was getting so annoyed with how the story was playing out, and it just, I don't know, it just wasn't doing it for me like the first game did. That I put the game down and I said, I'll come back to it for a bit. And 2.5 years later, I eventually got back to it. Now, because obviously it's been that long since the game released, and I practically live on the internet.
Now, this shocks me.
I eventually did find out what happened in the story just from people talking about it, and I really didn't think much of it. The only thing I really knew was Joel was dead, and for some reason, Ellie didn't kill the person who just killed basically her father figure. But again, I wasn't really too fussed because I didn't really think that much about the game at the time, until now. Since The Last of Us show is now a thing and is dropping this Monday, there is literally no better time to get back to the platinum for this game. This video should be out the first day the episode drops, so let me know in the comments, what did you guys think of the show?
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Now on to the platinum. This game should take you only 2 playthroughs. Big emphasis on the word should. First playthrough is any difficulty you want. You are going to be getting every single collector video, all miscellaneous trophies, and then you should be going into your second playthrough, only really needing to upgrade weapons and your player abilities. Sounds easy, right? Well, in standard fashion for me, it didn't go according to plan. Now, since this game has been released, there has been some DLC added that added Grounded as well as Permadeath, which you can do on New Game Plus. And if you really want to, you can use Tweak, which can give you things like infinite ammo, which makes the mode just a cakewalk. But without further ado, grab your Firefly pendant and let's get The Last of Us Part 2 Platinum.
Okay, let's go.
So just to give you guys a brief rundown of this game's story and how it starts, you know this guy that you kill at the end of the first Last of Us? Yeah, that was Abby's dad. So now, of course, Abby wants to go out and take her revenge on the man that killed her dad. It sounds fairly reasonable, I'm not gonna lie. Now, to any rational person, there is no issues here. But we are not rational people. We played Last of Us 1, and we love Joel. And for me, just to kill him off in basically the first 2 hours of this game, just why?
You blew it! You had it all and you blew it!
Look, I don't have an issue if you want to kill Joel off. It's just the execution of the idea I really didn't agree with. For me, I just found it way too early for you to kill him off. And I sort of get why they did it. Yes, you're supposed to be annoyed. Yes, you're supposed to be frustrated and want to get revenge for Joel, which is fine. Just why so early? That is one of my biggest complaints with this game. Also, because they killed him off so early, this trailer basically lied. This is what the trailer showed.
What the hell are you doing here?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
And then this is what actually happened.
What the hell are you doing here?
I think I'd let you do this on your own.
They straight up lied. So that makes the death even more frustrating. I was expecting at least some gameplay with Ellie and Joel, couple hours with them too. Then if you want to kill him off, you know, I'm fine with that. Of course, depending on how you do it. I think if they did it like that, nowhere near as many people would have been as mad as they were. Of course, I'm just one person. I may be wrong, and if I am, please let me know in the comments. So, of course, Ellie and Dina go off to avenge Joel. We leave on horseback, finding the gate into the Seattle quarantine zone, and after jumping over this gap... All right, let's try that again. After jumping over this gap, we do find our way into the zone. We take a quick break to play some guitar, of course. If you guys are enjoying the video, if you could hit that like button, it helps me out a ton. 1,000 likes is the... 1,000 likes, good God. Find a certain ring from another Naughty Dog franchise. I'm sad I wasn't recording when I just found this. The Uncharted ring. And after opening this gate, we advance on into a booby trap. Forgot that was a thing. Jesus Christ. After that, we take a quick break and look at someone's entertainment center. All right, we got chess. We got what's the secret? Panda Patrol? Got a dusty PS3, which pretty much every PS3 nowadays. Now, while fighting this group of enemies, one starts to plead for his life. Now, I was all for letting him live and just walking away. Dina, though, she had some other ideas. While making your way into the TV station, we do end up finding our target. Unfortunately for us, she is already dead. We then make our way into the theater, which is sort of like your main hideout for the game. And of course, take a break to play some guitar. What follows this is easily the best part of this game. You're back with Joel. It's Ellie's birthday. And for Ellie's birthday, Joel is taking her to a museum that is full of dinosaurs, plus things about space. If these flashback scenes with Joel were before Joel's death, like, not even make them flashback scenes, make them actual scenes in the game. I'm talking this scene, I'm talking the sniping scene with Tommy. I genuinely think the game would have been so much better for it. This game just feels so out of order with certain events that they want to show us. We haven't even talked about Abby's section yet. Then going into day 2 of Seattle, we meet a new enemy type, and these are called Seraphite. I probably butchered that, but we move. Now, these guys terrified me so much on my first playthrough. What's the hardest soul? Jesus! On more than one occasion. Don't know. Can we... So moving on, one thing I do love about Naughty Dog is the Easter eggs that they throw in their games. I love the subtle nods that they make. Oh, it's the PSP scene. It looks so cool. The OG PSP as well. It's the bigger model with the OLED screen. Check what game she's playing. I'm gonna guess Uncharted Golden Abyss. Oh, Hotline Miami. That's pretty sick. We then end up in a good old arcade and find an absolute classic. Bro! Nice. I love that. And we also find a classic enemy. We then end up finding Abby's only friends left, and of course, we kill them. And we also run into an old friend. Oh, it's Tommy.
Whoa. Hey.
Nice. And while back at the theater, someone comes to pay us a visit. And herein lies one of the main problems I have with this story. You just went through all that, killing absolutely everyone as Ellie. And now you have to play as Abby for about 4 to 6 hours, which for me just killed the pacing of this game. Now, all this Abby portion of the game is just so you can go, oh, look at all these people I just killed. I guess I'm supposed to feel sorry for them and Abby. And I'm sorry, I just don't.
That game good? Really hard. But really good. Got some great teams too.
Yes, it does. Now, I don't dislike the Abby chapters, but again, the pacing just gets ruined for me. Because the thing that's forever in the back of my mind while doing these sections is, so when are we getting back to the theater? But there are some really cool ideas here. Like, I love how you can play with these dogs, even if I decided to be an ass this one time.
Get the ball. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, bro, I feel so bad. Bro, that was so mean. I love this Uncharted-esque scene on the back of the truck shooting enemies. After this scene, we do end up getting our first trophy as Abby, which is getting 5 coins, which is her unique collectible. People, Hey, mint condition. Nice. We'll ignore how I keep misjudging distances in this game. We quickly knock out another miscellaneous trophy. This is sharpshooter. You have to just beat this guy's score, which really isn't that difficult. Much love. Do very much appreciate. There we got a trophy as well. There we go. While playing as Abby, we find another Easter egg. Hey. We play around with this thing. And after that, we play some archery, which gets us another miscellaneous trophy.
Holy shit. You did it. You got the high score.
While opening one of the many safes in this game, we find our last training manual. Finally completed one freaking collectible in this game. And then all of a sudden, we're playing Dying Light. Bro, what? This is freaking wild.
There.
Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. And then we open our final safe. Woo! All the safes. We then get the survival training trophy, which is for upgrading your characters a certain amount of time. I'll have plenty to say on these upgrades later because they don't really work properly. While looking for supplies in the ambulance, we end up meeting the main boss of Abby's sections, the Rat King. And I love reading up on this creature. It's basically a combination of many stalkers, clickers, and a bloater that is fused together. It's actually quite cool. Now we have to deal with this particular sniper. Now this is genuinely one of my favorite set pieces in the game. I love the tension behind it. I love how skilled the sniper is with how he directs the infected towards us.
Luring them to us. Get ready.
I love the eventual chase, and I also love the reveal of who it is. No wonder he's so good, his bloody Tommy. Now, one thing I really like about Abby is her guns. I especially love the flamethrower. It doesn't really work that well against infected, but against humans, oh my god, it's so much fun. After everything involving the island, which has some cool parts, especially when you're on horseback, we return to the aquarium after Ellie has killed Owen and the pregnant woman. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm supposed to feel sympathetic now, right? We then return back to the theater as Abby and pick right up where we left off, and this is where I get slightly annoyed. Don't make me play as Abby, yeah?
Stay here. Watch the exits. Don't let her leave.
Don't make... Are you taking the piss? So Abby kills Tommy, or so you're to believe. Now, honestly, I think this is where the game should have ended. If you guys have ever played A Way Out, spoilers for A Way Out, you know the ending of that game where both of you have control of your characters, and you literally have to kill each other in a shootout, and they both have two different endings? I think that could have been something cool that they could have done, where you have to pick who you want to control, either Abby or Ellie, and I think, to be honest, that's the best of both worlds. Again, maybe I'm in the minority, let me know. Unless, of course, you want one canon ending, which of course they did, but they still could have done something like that, since my uncanon ending was just letting Ellie kill me. There we go. That's canon. Yep, cool. Yep. All right, cool. Again, I don't know why they expected most players to be happy with this and the actual ending of the game. Oh boy, we'll get to that. So, of course, Ellie gets destroyed. Jesus. Dina comes in and up. There she is. I was wondering where the fuck she was. Oh, bro. Abby drops the biggest what the f line I have ever heard.
She's pregnant. Good.
The bitch said good. And after getting defeated, Ellie and Dina go to live on a farm. Ellie has PTSD of basically everything.
Come on, little dude.
There was no need for that. Bro, you are not fucking making me do this. Bro, you are not making... Oh, this game. Tommy returns somehow.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
And tries to get Ellie to come back and kill Abby. Ellie and Dina are done with our life. As you can tell, I'm very happy about it.
We're done with that. So.
Piss off, Dina. But Ellie does wisen up and leaves Dina to go kill Abby. Now back to Abby, we get ambushed, and I discover the origin of this fantastic meme. Oh, that's the meme. That's what that clip is. Then while playing as Ellie looking for Abby, we get the silenced submachine gun, which will get you the high caliber trophy for getting every weapon in the game. And after invading this base, we find the final workbench for the prepared for the worst trophy. We end up finding Abby, albeit in awful circumstances. And then proceed to have another fight with Abby. Now, I'm just going to shut up and let Live Josh do the talking. Bro, this is freaking weird. I don't even know. I don't even know how to feel anymore. beg. Jesus, man. Oh, so that's where she lost her finger. All right, bet. Ah, Ellie, don't you know? Game is so annoying. All that. All those people she killed. And she just pisses off. I thought playing this game fully would make me actually like it more. It just makes me even more annoyed. And after that, we go back home. Dealer isn't there. We attempt to play the guitar again, which is a little difficult. And we finish the game. All right, on to the second playthrough. New game plus permadeath on grounded difficulty. You can use tweaks, which makes grounded difficulty infinitely easier, which I did because I really didn't want to spend any more time on this game than I had to. Again, we're getting to it. So the plan on this playthrough is to grab every collectible that I missed while completing the game on grounded plus permadeath, just to get the only 2 DLC trophies in this game. Sounds easy, right? Well, let's just show you a quick death montage. Dina! While on this playthrough, I collected the final coin for this trophy. We also, right after that, got the Tools of the Trade trophy for crafting everything. I did the same thing. Now, this is where we go downhill. Halfway through this playthrough, I discovered something that could potentially add 10 hours onto the platinum time. I have 78 parts. I have every single gun upgrade, bar 1. And you know how much that one costs? And there's no more parts for me to pick up as Abby. Now, it was at this point, I was just sick of the game. Maybe it's just because I realized I have to do another playthrough, but damn, man. Like, I didn't think I would ever be sick of a Last of Us game, besides the time I had to play the first game 4 times for a trophy. Love the gameplay. I look forward to the Factions game, but this game ain't it, man. And it pains me so much to say that. We eventually do beat the game again, and we are done with grounded plus permadeath, thank God. Now back onto my third playthrough, I find the final artifact. Since it was permadeath, I wasn't really too fussed on collectibles since you can chapter select them. But since I had another playthrough to do, I just got them here. And I got the final trading card. While on my final playthrough, I quickly knocked out the Looks Good on You trophy, which just requires Joel to wear the cowboy hat.
Joel,
Ellie.
don't you dare take it off.
Halfway through Ellie's section, we upgrade everything, but we get to Abby's section, and I notice something. All of a sudden, I'm not fully upgraded. I click New Game Plus from my grounded playthrough, and yet somehow I'm not upgraded. I need more parts for my guns. I'm no longer 2 parts away. I'm like 200 parts away. So it's looking like basically another full playthrough. So 3 playthroughs in total this game is going to take me. It's just not worth it, man. It just wasn't. Dead Rising was more worth it than this. Save me. Give it to me. Oh, thank God. I can freaking delete this game. Oh, go away. If you guys want to see me platinum the better game, click on screen.